naked knit. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am Michaela, the hobby inhabiting in the hobby habitat, period. If you're new here, I hope that you kick your feet up and you hang with us for a while. If you're returning, hey habitatters. So y'all, I have been influenced. But firstly, I was feeling FOMO because I'm seeing all these knit content creators create their Make 9 and their 2025 knit goals. But I'm just not a girl who can stick to that, okay? So I'm not even gonna come up here and sit and lie in y'all face that this is what I'm gonna knit for 2025. Because 9 times out of 10, a designer can drop a pattern tomorrow and I'm like, on the needles immediately. So when I see Michaela from Michaela's Crafts say that she was going to be doing a bingo knit, a knit bingo for 2025, I said, oh, I can get with that. I can actually get with that. And I'm going to go ahead and link down below her YouTube. She's also having a group chat going on, which I am a part of. So if you want to join the group chat, if you want to get in with the girls, go ahead and find her link down below. But I was definitely inspired because in 2025, I've said it time and time before that I just want to learn. So I feel like with doing bingo, I can insert like an umbrella theme that can add in things that I am desiring to know, to try, or to do in the bingo card. So let's just get right into it. So firstly, we have, I want to knit one pair of socks from the Charming Color Work sock by no other than Miss Charlotte Stone Knits. So firstly, I have already knit up one pair of socks from the Joyful Colorwork socks, and that was the Group is in the Heart sock. So for my book number 2 from her, I would love to knit up the Blooming Lavender or the Tiptoe Tulips, which I will be having all of these pictures here. Shout out to Editing Michaela. You doing a great job. But I want to try out the Blooming Lavenders or the Tiptoe Through the Tulips, especially because I think by the time that I get to my next colorwork sock, it will be nearing spring or in the deeps of spring. So I think doing a flower sock will be really nice. For my second square, I have the to try to do intarsia knitting. So I will mention it a little bit later down, but I am doing the Baracos Cow, and they do have intarsia in there, but I'm not going to count it for this square. One of the patterns that I am considering for really going deep into intarsia is the 6 of Daisies cardigan by Lindsay DeGin. This cardigan eats. It scares me down, but it eats because I've never done intarsia before. I've done at this point, for the amount of time that I've been knitting, I can say I've done a ton of color work. So I'm currently working on a color work all over cable sweater. If you have missed the vlogs, go on and tune back into those vlogs. But I am doing all over color work, all over cable sweater currently, but I've never done intarsia and it scares me. So in 2025, we're doing things that scare us, okay? So on to the next, I would like to do a knit pattern that has quilting design into it. And for that, I have the Frame Your Face by Andrea Mowry, which I am, oh, that cow is so stinking pretty. And I don't know if I want to do it just like 2 colors or make it scrappy. I feel like you can do so much with that pattern. And then I also have the Heirloom Quilt Cardigan by Katrine Seeberger. So this cardigan, don't get me wrong, I love her. But I'm afraid that I will strongly dislike the process because it is a ton of sewing, like 1.5 tons of sewing. If you thought sewing together the front, the back, and the sleeves were bad, imagine sewing all these squares together for the front, all the squares together for the other front, and then all the squares together for the back together. Oh, that sounds very dreadful for me, but that outcome is looking real but worth it, okay? So she made, and I think she's also in Target as well, but we shall see. And then for the next wear, we have Complete the Advent Calendar cardigan from 2024. And I actually want to show you her. So last year we did do Vlogmas 2024. If you, child, there's so many videos for you to catch up on. If you ain't got nothing to watch, you in the right space, okay? So I have my DIY advent calendar. I made it in here, so I'm just storing my project in here because she's currently in hibernation. She is the Rest Vest by Josephine G. It is a fingering weight cardigan knit on 2.75 millimeter needles, and it currently has almost 400 stitches on the sleeve, on this body, on the yoke. So yeah, she's on time out. So this is how she is looking, and my goal is to finish it this year. So initially I was thinking that I would knit on this in May, but I don't know how much joy I will get from having this as a full-on project. So I'm thinking that I will be implementing a 30 minutes a day period for this cardigan, where I just knit 30 minutes a day, especially until I split 4 sleeves, because it's just so many stinking stitches on here. So yeah, we have this, and that's the goal. Here is all the yarn that I'm using for it. All these are the mini stroll skeins from Knit Picks. And yeah, that is our advent calendar cardigan from 2024. Next up, I have knit a pair of mittens. Y'all, yesterday I was so cold. My hands were so cold. I was like, I need some mittens. I don't have specific patterns for mittens I would like, but I do know that I do like, I believe that they're Scandinavian mittens when they have the point instead of like the round. That point, ugh, love her down. She's so sleek, so clean, so classy. I want her. And then we have made a stuffed animal. And this one I can do knit or sew. I don't know why I want a stuffed animal so bad, but they're so stinking cute. So for those, I have the Frog by Claire Garland. That one looks so scary because it's so small, and I think it's giving intricate, okay? And the frog even has clothes to go with it. So stinking cute. And then we have the Teddy Bear Vera by Anita W. That's just so cute. It's just like a little stuffy bear. It's bigger in size, so I feel like it's a little less intimidating for me. And yeah. So for the next one, we have Do a Test Knit. So Nika has been sending me all the test knits, and I haven't found that one. When I do a test knit, I want it to be, oh, that's the test knit of the year, because I don't know how much test knitting I will do this year. So when I do one, she's gonna be that girl, and hopefully when I find the test knit pattern that is that girl, they accept me. So yeah. And then I have knit from a library book. I have already gone into my library, so I know for sure that their knit books has some patterns that I'm interested in making. One of them is like a 60s dress. I believe I have me flipping through the library knit books in my last vlog. If you haven't already, go on and check that out, girl. But knit from a library book. And next we have knit a skirt. So this designer, don't know her name, I'll put her right here. She has a skirt that she made, and it is so stinking beautiful, but she doesn't have a pattern out for it. I don't know if it's a yet or just period. But she paired it with this knit top pattern that she has. But the skirt stole my heart. And I also seen Fable Knitwear have a skirt, and it has a faux button line. It's so cute, and then I wouldn't have to knit flat, because I really do like that button down the leg skirt. So a faux one, so I don't have to knit flat. Yes, please. Then we have host a crochet or knit along. That's a little scary, because as a small creator, what if no one wants to knit with me? What if no one wants to crochet with me? So yeah, do y'all want to crochet or knit with me? So let me know. And then I have complete the Barako Mkau. So I mentioned this a little bit before, but the Barako Mkau is basically where we are knitting 1 to 2 squares that are 12 by 12 each month. The clues come out at the beginning of the month and you knit those squares up, and at the end of the year, this is a year-long knit along. So in December you will have a full and complete blanket, and this yarn was gifted to me by my mother and we got it from the yarn seller. So I've been having a lot of fun knitting that. Square number 2 took me out, okay? I'm not gonna hold you, did not enjoy her, but she looked good, okay? Then we have to do a buddy knit. So hi buddy, if you're watching, we're buddies. So if you want to do a knit, like a knit along, I mean not a knit along, a buddy knit together, I'm so down. I'm so down. Then we have our little free space, and then we have the 52 weeks of sock knits. And from that book, I would like to knit up week number 44, which is the goldenrod. I didn't write down the author, but it is a top-down knit sock, and it has texture on there. I've never done a texture sock, so that is again a new technique or something new for me to do. And also the toe on that sock, it's so good. I've only done plain socks as far as texture. I've done some color work, but it has a half twisted rib cuff and toe. Like, that is so stinking cute. For our next box, we have yarn out greater than yarn in. So this year I will be tracking the amount of yarn that I am using up versus the yarn that I am purchasing, and I want my yarn that I'm using up to be greater or equal to the yarn that I'm purchasing in. So far so good, because I think we've used 200 to 250 grams of yarn so far, and in the orders that I have received, it's only 20 grams. Do I have 500 grams in the mail? Yeah, actually I do. But for now, we're doing good. Up next, I have a project, either half twisted rib or twisted rib period. If I do end up doing that goldenrod sock for my 52 weeks of sock books, I won't count it for this block. I will need to choose another pattern that is half twisted or twisted rib. I have no idea what pattern I'm going to do for this one, but we shall see. And then I have to learn a new cast on. So the owner of Woolchester Wool and Yarn on Instagram posted this tie. It is so good. I don't even wear ties. My husband doesn't wear ties. It's not really giving my dad's style tie either, but I'm thinking my pastor could rock it. He could rock that tie, and like, I feel like it gives his vibe. So I think that is going to be the thing that I use for a learn a new cast on, because for that tie it is the Judy's cast on, which I've never done before. And then also I can try to do a toe up sock, because I think toe up socks use a Judy cast on as well. But we shall see. And for that pattern, you do need to, one, follow him on Instagram, because if someone is giving you a free pattern, the least you can do is follow them on Instagram, and two, DM him for the pattern. And he'll send it to you for free. And then we have a felted knit project. I don't have a specific pattern, but I would like to do a pair of felted clogs. That would be so stinking cute. I want to do some felted clogs. And then we have knit with plant fiber. This would be something that I do in the summer, whether it's cotton, bamboo, is silk a plant? Don't know, cotton or bamboo. We will do a tee of some sort in the summer. And then I have to steek a project, and I believe the halibut cardigan has steeking involved into it, if I'm not mistaken. And let me just say this, the halibut cardigan or the halibut sweater period, that's gonna be my Jesus sweater, because if you know, you know. And then the halibut cardigan has the crosses on it too. That's so stinking cute. That's what really got me leaning towards the cardigan, because that is just gonna be my Jesus cardigan, and it is what it is. I don't know the name of the designer, but if you knit, you know the halibut, you know the girl halibut. we have to get a paid partnership. I only wanted to do one goal that was outside of my control-ish. But I would love to get a paid partnership for the year of 2025, whether it's on YouTube or TikTok or whatever it may be. But you know what? I think we can do it. And then I have to gift someone yarn. I'm a gift giver. If you didn't watch Vlogmas 2024, I was doing nothing but making gifts. Will I be doing that this year? No. But what I will be doing is gifting someone yarn. I don't know who that someone is, and I don't know what the yarn will be. But I do want to give someone yarn, whether it's sweater quantity or a sock quantity. I don't know. But somebody is going to get some yarn from me this year. And then I want to visit a new yarn store. So, and I am in the Bay Area, California, period. If you're in the Bay Area, go to comment down below if you're a big fellow Bay Area, period. But in the Bay Area, we are having our 2nd annual yarn crawl. And every time they post a yarn crawl, I'm like, wow, I have so many yarn stores that I have not visited that are so local to me. I have visited several, but not all of them. And I want to see all of them. So I don't know if I'm participating in the yarn crawl necessarily. But I do want to visit a new yarn store, a new to me yarn store. And then we have the Rose Book Knit. So I want to knit something from the Rose Book Knit. And if you haven't seen a trend, I am attempting to knit something from one thing at least from one of my knit books, because all of these were gifts. So for Charlotte Stone Knits, my sister gave them to me for Christmas. For the Rose and for the 52 Wreaths of Socks books, Mr. Hobby bought them for me. So I do want to steward the gifts that I'm giving well. And by doing that well, that means to actually use them. So for the Rose Knitwear books, I think I want to do the Upstream Sweater. It is this beautiful texture sweater. Obviously, I'll have it here. But it is just so beautiful and different. Oh, I have no idea what color I want to do it in. No idea, but it is absolutely amazing and I want one. Also, like their static mittens as well. They are knit flat. They are knit flat, but it's small, so I feel like it'll be worth it. We shall see. And then lastly, I have to knit 8 pairs of socks. So I am already 1.5 there. I'm currently knitting on the Soft Ruffle sock by Allison Schmitz. But that sock is going to have to go on to pause until like May, June, because Knit Picks has decided to put that yarn out of stock. And I don't know why, that I thought as a size 10 woman that I would be able to knit a pair of shorty socks with 50 grams of yarn. Baby, wear a size 10. No contrast heel or toe. Yeah, that didn't work for me. I lost the game of yarn chicken with that one. But we will have her cast off in June, okay? That's fine. And I literally, 3 out of 4 of my books are literally socks. I have plenty of socks that I need to knit and that I can knit. They're all right here. But what's not in here is, and I didn't put it on my bingo board, but this is a bonus bingo. This is a bonus. I would really love to do some mosaic knitting and or crocheting. So I have found a mosaic sock. It's so stinking cute. And then also I have seen a mosaic Christmas blanket. So I am doing Christmas in July on my channel for obviously July. And at first I was like the Sidar blanket. I'll do that one for my blanket. But I don't know if I want to commit that much. That's a whole level of commitment. Yes, it is. So then I was looking at this mosaic blanket and I'm kind of leaning towards that. And then I'm also kind of leaning towards not doing a Christmas blanket. And if you see this Christmas tree here, don't mind it. It's not Christmas no more. This is not old content. It's actually Martin Luther King's Day. January 20th. And she's still here. But I digress. This has been been so much fun, and I'm so excited to get this printed out. In my next vlog, we'll be doing a preparing my knit bullet journal, and this is definitely going to be the first thing on the inside of the cover. So if you want to see me put together my knit journal, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe, put that post notification on, and like and comment down below whether you'll be joining us in the bingo, or if you will be doing the May 9, or one of the projects that you're looking forward to in 2025, period. And you know, if you're returning, if you made it to this point of the video, thank you so much. I love you, and more importantly, God loves you. And be sure to drop your favorite plants emoji to let me know that you have made it to this point of the video. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.